Hello Gemini, this is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts with your reading for the first half of March from the 1st all the way through the 15th. General as always, it will not resonate with every single person, so please do take from this what makes sense for you personally and let the rest go. If you're interested in your own personal private reading, that information is down below in the description box, and I will include a link to the decks and creators that you do see here today, Gemini. And of course, cross-watchers certainly welcome. These are the 3 decks that we'll be using for the focus cards this time around. And what we're focusing on here for this reading are lost connections. So for those of you who are in separation, whether it's a recent breakup or it's been years, let's take a look and see what presents itself here. So let's start things off with the Divine Masculine Within My Head deck by Fire Witch Tarot. Journey to the Divine Feminine by Divine Moon Empress, and lastly you have My Heart, Soul Lovers in Separation by Angelic Revelation 144. Alright guys, so let's begin and see how this goes for you when it comes to this lost connection. Starting off with the masculine. Angels and spirit guides, please, for the Divine Masculine, what are they thinking, my feminines? Guided to this one. My queen, no one will ever take your crown. Oh my God. Wow. So that's a message from the Divine Masculine. Perhaps they now realize that no one else could ever take your place in their heart, in their life. You are their queen. Maybe they want to be your king once again. So let's see what else from the Divine Feminine. Where are you at on this lost connection journey, my feminines? Okay, guided to this one, actually. Mission work. Working to embody one's truest and highest essence and potential. Passionately spreading your inner light. So, my feminines, perhaps during this time of separation from your lost love, you've really been focusing on your life's passions, what means the most to you by way of your purpose in life, your vocation, what fulfills you. Okay, so we'll see how this all comes through here today. That's a great message. Okay, so let's grab another for Gemini for this lost connection. What is your lost love thinking and feeling at this time? Or what is it that you're feeling? Could be either way. Let's grab a message. I believe the best is yet to come. Keep praying, stay positive, and keep believing in us. Don't lose faith that perhaps this is a connection that can find its way back. Okay? So those are the 3 focus cards. I'm going to set these guys aside. We will refer to them throughout the reading if need be. So let me go ahead and add to this with some additional guidance from the Arrows of Love Oracle by Mystic Moon. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Gemini, for this lost connection. What else do we need to know? The best is yet to come. What do we have here? We have partnership. Beautiful card. So wanting to bring the partnership back together. There's a higher purpose perhaps as to the reason why you guys were meant to experience this disconnection between the two of you. We've got messenger here. So either you, Gemini, or the person that you have lost a connection with, someone's going to reach out maybe on social media to get back in touch. Gemini, this person is your perfect match. They are your perfect match. Look at all this red that's coming through so far. Red is a very passionate color. So this could also have been a very fiery, hot, sexually charged connection as well. Very passionate. Perfect match. We've got a little blue coming through here. Violets are blue. Loyalty. Maybe the loyalty was tested in this partnership. And maybe you're feeling blue without them. Trials of love, lessons. There is a higher purpose that's represented here, whatever that is for your situation. Life wanted to teach you a lesson, perhaps, when it came to this person, this one specific person that you are thinking about for this reading. Have you learned that lesson, and have they learned whatever lesson they needed to learn? We have love language, deep conversation, messenger. So I feel you guys want to reconnect and you want to talk to each other. Maybe there are unspoken words between the two of you, something that you didn't get a chance to say, maybe the last time you guys saw each other. So let's dig a little bit deeper. I'm going to pull from my silhouettes deck here, Gemini. Let's see what else. Angels and spirit guides, please. For Gemini, for this lost connection, what else needs to come through here? Yeah, you guys had a tower moment, which is why this is a lost connection. Apocalypse. The tower will fall when you ignore the red flags every time without fail. Okay? So there was something toxic going on here. This could have been, since loyalty could have been an issue, there could have been infidelities in the partnership. And it does say you got to know when to walk away. That's why this is a lost connection. So whoever did the detaching initially is what contributed to why you guys are not together. Look at this. Another reference to communication. Messenger, communication, deep conversation. So much I want to say, but can never seem to find the words when you're right in front of me. I'll find a way. They want so badly to communicate, and maybe you do also. Portal. Your love is the doorway to my heart. You still have a lot of love for this person that you have lost touch with. You also still desire them sexually. Sexual appetite is just a matter of time before we cave into this intense hunger. And maybe you both still feel that sexual appetite, even after all this time. We do have blind. You can't unlock the possibilities unless you see the possibilities. And that could perhaps be what's needed here for either of you to finally see what needs to be taken into action. Clarity. To see things clear when it comes to this connection. To figure out what it is that you both need to do at this point in time to be able to repair the damage, or whoever contributed to the breakup and why things are lost between the two of you. Intensity. I can no longer ignore this magnetic pull between us. Sexual appetite. You guys are like two magnets, Gemini, that are still so drawn to each other. And it's just a matter of time before either you get the conversation started or they reach out to you. And then we have beam of light. Surround yourself with those who bring the light into your life rather than dimming it. And the interesting thing here too, Gemini, is that I feel they really represented the light in your life. They made you happy. They brightened up your days. They made you smile. And without them, that light has been dimmed, perhaps. That's just what I'm getting from that. That they actually uplifted you and made you happy when they were with you. And they could certainly be feeling the same way about how life was when you were in it. You guys made each other happy. You know? But we got to get rid of whatever this toxicity is if it's still around. Otherwise, you guys are back to square one with another tower moment. But, you know, hopefully not. Something to be aware of there. Okay? So let's go ahead and grab some messages from Tarot. I'm going to use my Modern Day Seers Tarot and Oracle. Tarot with a twist. If you're not familiar with this deck, the twist here is that it includes new oracle messages, new court cards, in addition to all of the traditional tarot messages. All right, Gemini. What do we need to know here for this lost connection? We've got the Hierophant, which is a great card, picking up off of Taurus for some of you. This is commitment right here. Maybe you guys weren't ready to commit to each other before, or at least one of you guys wasn't. And maybe that person, could be you, could be them, ready to give their all. This could result in a lifelong commitment, marriage, two people who are ultimately meant to be. There is a spiritual lesson typically with the Hierophant energy. We have the Maple Tree, a card of balance, longevity, strength, promises that you guys could have made to each other. And this is also a reference to seasons that change. And for me, when seasons change, that requires time. It's an indication to me that time is moving on, that there has been a bit of time here since you guys have last interacted or have even seen each other or talked to each other. There have been many seasons that have passed since you have seen each other, is what I get from that. This is indicative of a resting period, a break, recuperation time, which I feel is much needed for the two of you. And during this time, maybe you both just need alone time to de-stress. It could have been overwhelming when you guys first broke up and went your separate ways. And through spending time on your own and really being able to reassess where you're at in your heart, your mind, your soul, that's what's going to help you get to a point where you'll be more open to at least considering a reconnection here. You know? And then you've got the Ace of Swords. This is your own air energy. Okay, obviously so is the Four of Swords. Air energy. Libra, Aquarius, and of course, your own Gemini vibe coming through. So this is clarity right here, which I love. Because remember, we've got this card right here. It says blind. You can't unlock the possibilities unless you see the possibilities. Well, here you go with that Ace of Swords. This is allowing you to see things now. Because this is a breakthrough to give you the clarity that perhaps has been missing. This represents a sharp mind, okay? Being able to make sound decisions when it comes to this lost connection. And there's also this need to cut things out of your life that could be toxic. So if this toxicity has nothing to do with your lost love, then you know what it is that you need to get rid of. Whether it's something or someone that's toxic to you, that might have prevented you guys from coming together initially in this lost connection, and why it was lost to begin with. But you're being given the opportunity to have a new beginning here. Hangman, being able to see things from a new perspective only after letting go of each other, perhaps. So maybe part of the sacrifice was that you guys had to detach and to spend time away from each other, to work on your individual issues perhaps, and getting rid of this, whatever this represents. We have Christmas tree. So this could represent the holiday season. Maybe that's when you guys met or broke up. This obviously represents very happy, joyful energy. This could also be an indication of when you guys might be able to reconnect during Christmas time. You could also be very family oriented, or maybe your person is, your lost love. Maybe you guys are going to reconnect and touch base and get the conversation started when there's a lot of people around, maybe at a social gathering. during the holiday season. And then we've got the Baroness of Earth. So this is one of the new court cards in this deck, representing specifically a divine feminine energy, Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. This is someone who's a very kind person. They are a very tireless worker. They're not afraid to go after what it is that they desire. And certainly, I have a feeling here, they still desire you, Gemini. They're very budget conscious. They work hard for their money, but they don't spend frivolously. They keep a clean home, you know, very, very organized. Family is everything to this person. And it's interesting because the Christmas tree card is somebody who's very family oriented. So this person, this feminine here, earth sign specifically, but it can apply to any feminine. The holiday season might be very special for this person, or it could be their favorite time of year. This is somebody who's very supportive and very caring. And my feminines, perhaps that's the energy that you exude when it comes to this partnership. And your masculine recognizes this now. Maybe they didn't before. That's a part of the clarity. Maybe they didn't see, again, the possibilities of what this represents. And what it represents is that you guys are a perfect match. Okay, so let's add some dialogue messages here. We'll start things off with the Divine Masculine, pulling from the Thinking Man Oracle Volume 2 deck. Angels and Spirit Guides, please, for Gemini, for the masculine. So what does the masculine have to say to the feminine right now? I love you, I love you, I love you. Is it sinking in yet? Your masculine definitely wants you to know and understand, feminines, that they love you. Look at this. I never knew loneliness until you said goodbye. So this clarifies here that it could have been the feminine that detached, that ended this partnership. I miss your voice, your laughter, the endless hours of conversations we had about anything, about everything, about nothing in particular. Oh, how I miss you. Wow. What else, please, for the masculine, for Gemini? I care more than you will ever know. Okay, so my feminines, maybe you really didn't know that your masculine loves you. Maybe they never told you. My heart can't even beat right without you in my life. I literally feel it breaking every moment you're away from me. Some intense messages from the masculine here. And last one. That night we were together, I never told you that I loved you. There we go. They never told you that they loved you. Take that only if it makes sense, that these 3 words were never said to you, my feminines. I never told you that I loved you. I'm hoping you felt it in the way I kissed you, touched you, made love to you. So if you experienced those intimate moments with your masculine and maybe you were thinking, you know, is it just all about sex? Is that the only reason that they're with me? No. They might not have told you they loved you back then, but it wasn't just sex. It wasn't just a physical connection for them. And maybe, again, they never expressed that. Okay? So that's the message or messages coming through from the masculine here. All right, so I wanted to pull some messages, of course, from the feminine. I am going to use my HeartSpace Oracle to grab messages on behalf of the Divine Feminine here. Angels and Spirit Guides, please, for Gemini. For the feminine, what do you want to say to your masculine? I was lost before I found you. Okay? And obviously this is a lost connection here. And you guys can find your way back to each other. You know, I do feel that here. Look at this next message. I love you. So you guys still love each other. And again, if you never told each other that this is how you guys were feeling, these feelings, these emotions, so intense, coming through in this reading. So until they can say these things to you for real, Gemini, they're coming through here expressing the love that they have for you in this reading. Look at this. The way these cards are coming through, there's sex and there's the art of making love. Our bodies in motion have created a masterpiece together. Okay? So it wasn't just sex. It was two people who loved each other, who experienced a beautiful, intimate connection. Kismet, destiny, fate. Kismet, two people who are destined to kiss each other. Okay? At the end of the day, kismet means destiny. So not only were you guys destined to meet and connect in this lifetime, but you guys were destined to experience these beautiful, intimate moments with one another. Let's grab one more card for the feminine, for Gemini. Yes, please. So my feminines, I have a feeling here if you're waiting for your masculine to reach out to you, and if what it is that they want to ask you is, can we give this another try? Your answer would be yes. Can you give me another chance to fix what's broken between the two of us? Yes. Okay? So that is what's presenting itself here on behalf of the feminines. You both love each other. And again, if those words were never expressed in the 3D world thus far, it's coming through here today. Okay, so let's add to this. I'm going to go ahead and pull some messages from A Connection Lost Somewhere in Time. This is by Angelic Revelation 144. When it comes to this lost connection, Gemini, let's see what else needs to come through. How are you feeling? What are they feeling? Let's take a look at this. So I'm focusing on your lost love here and how this lost connection has impacted them, but you could be feeling this way too. The end. I try not to cry and mourn the loss of you and I, but memories still fill my head. I try to be thankful instead for the magical times we shared. You know, things certainly ended. That's why it's a lost connection. But they remember the good times, the memories that you guys have shared. Very magical, wonderful times that you guys were together. And yes, it makes them very sad. It, you know, it makes them cry, very emotional. They're thinking about you, they're loving you, they're missing you. And maybe that's how you feel too. That although things ended, obviously, you guys didn't want it to be perhaps a forever ending. Maybe you guys just felt you needed time apart for whatever reason. But it did end, and that's why it is a lost connection for now. But I feel based off of what's presenting itself here, you guys can certainly find your way back. I talk to you telepathically. I miss you so much. Can you hear me telling you how I truly feel? So, I love yous are being exchanged here in this reading, Gemini. And maybe telepathically, this is what you guys are expressing to each other, because you can't express it in the real world, not yet. Here we are again with memories. Memory. Our love is a treasured memory that is kept hidden deep within my heart and soul. It will forever be in your heart, Gemini. It will forever be in theirs. This is interesting because this says a lesson. And remember this card right here. It says trials of love, lessons. Were you just a lesson? I know I needed to learn self-love and respect. I deserved more than you could give me. So, you know, whoever perhaps is coming through with this message, it could be the masculine talking to the feminine here, you know, wondering, were you a lesson for me? Especially if they didn't respect themselves. And they need to recognize that they deserve the best as well. You both do. But it could go either way, really. Whoever resonates with that message. Certainly lessons needed to be learned here. And then we've got telepathic conversations. I hear you talk with me telepathically. I talk to you telepathically. It came through already. Sometimes I wonder if I am going crazy. No, I don't think you are, Gemini, because you're clearly picking up off of your lost love's energies and messages that they are sending to you. Okay, so take whatever part of that is coming through. Telepathic communication. So that makes sense to me because we've got so many references here to messages, this deep conversation, and there was a communication card that came through. And it's just a matter of time before you guys can start conversing in the 3D world rather than in the 5D and just telepathically. Okay? So wrapping things up here, Gemini, we're going to pull messages from this deck, the Messages of Closure. This is by All Things Intuitive, and this was created initially for those who had lost a loved one who did pass on. And certainly for some of you, maybe you did lose a loved one that did pass away. Take whatever part of these messages makes sense for that particular scenario. But this could also be, of course, reference to a lost connection, those who broke up and are in separation. Okay? So let's see what the messages are here. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Gemini. I am helping you now. Okay? So maybe during this time of separation, the way that they're able to help you, or how you're both able to help each other, is just focusing on your healing, focusing on your journey in the meantime, and whatever it is that you need to take care of in your own life. That's the best way that you can help each other in the meantime. And when the time is right, communication can begin. I support your path, okay? Now, if you guys at one point in time were not supportive of each other, or one person wasn't supportive of the other, there has been a shift in energy here now. They are supportive of whatever it is that you choose to do in your life, Gemini, and maybe you are supportive of whatever it is that they're doing right now. And going back, remember to this message on behalf of the feminine: mission work, passionately spreading your inner light, vocation, career, goals, dreams. Maybe there's a way for this masculine to actually observe what it is that you're doing. It could be on social media. It could be that they heard about what it is that you're doing in your life, and they're very supportive of that. I wish you love and happiness. No matter what happens here, this is what they wish for you. If it doesn't work out between the two of you, they wish you love. They want you to be happy no matter what. They find you to be someone who's a very beautiful person, not just on the outside, but the inside as well. You are a beautiful person, a beautiful soul. Look at this. I am with our ancestors. So this could pertain to those of you who did lose a loved one that has passed on. And that could be very comforting for some of you hearing that. that they're not alone, that they are with ancestors who have come before them. Okay, so that's a very specific message for somebody that has lost someone who's passed on. Could be a parent, a relative, and of course a romantic partner from a past connection. I didn't mean what I said. Okay, so there could have been very hurtful words that were expressed at the time, and they regret that. Or it could be you that's regretting what it is that you said, Gemini. Do you feel my touch? Okay, there's a lot of telepathic communication going on in the meantime. There could even be astral travel, or again, 5D interaction. So until you guys can reconnect in the 3D world, maybe there's a way for you guys to not necessarily physically touch each other, obviously, but just being able to feel their presence somehow. And lastly, do you want me around? And I feel the answer to that is yes. This could be the masculine asking the feminine, do you want me around? Because remember, from the feminine, this was the response here. Do you want me around? Yes, please. But maybe this masculine doesn't quite know that yet. It's just a matter of time, I feel, again, before conversations can begin. You guys love each other. That has come through here in this reading, Gemini. So hang tight. I feel the universe has a plan for you guys that'll help bring you guys back together, help you to find each other once again. Okay, so that's where I'm going to leave this one. I do hope whatever part of it made sense for you, helps you on this journey towards better understanding where this lost connection is. In the meantime, if you are interested in your own personal private reading, that info is down below. And that's it for now, guys. Thank you so very much for tuning in, and I will see you next time. Take care.